Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me for today's webinar. I'm continuing the program Weight Management, that program that we started 3 weeks ago. And today I'm going to be concentrating on the healthy ways of managing body weight, healthy ways of managing body weight. There are different ways people manage body weight. Some people want to lose weight and they decide not to eat. They will just starve themselves. And of course, when you don't eat, you would lose weight initially, but because it's a wrong method, when people are not eating enough, they would lose body muscle, and because they're losing muscle, their bodies will not be strong enough to sustain the weight management to lose more weight for those who want to lose weight. And always remember that weight management does not mean that you are losing weight. It can also mean that you want to gain weight, or you want to just keep your weight stable. You want to maintain your weight the way it is. You don't have to lose weight. And it's not everybody that needs to do anything about their weight. Some people may just need to maintain their weight the way it is. They don't need to do anything about it other than ensure that they're not losing and they're not gaining. So today we're going to talk about different methods of weight control, and the key ones are healthy diet, physical activities, exercise, stress management, adequate sleep. Those are the things we'll be talking about, and the kind of information you will get from this weight management program. They are authentic information that are based on good quality research. So we're going to be speaking from what is research-based, not just what somebody thinks in the corner of our room. I'm sure you've seen a lot of things on the net, people recommending all kinds of diets for people. But today and throughout this 12 weeks program, we will be talking about things that are scientific, things that are based on research, information based on science, not just what somebody thinks, but information that have been proven by science. The major causes of obesity, which I mentioned during the last webinar, are genetic, that means it runs in families, then environmental causes, behavioral causes. What usually happens is that there is an interplay between genetic, environmental, and behavioral causes. So these three interplay and then determine what happens to somebody's weight. Types of weight management goals. Like I said, different people have different weight management goals. So someone may have a goal to lose, another person has a goal to gain, another person has a goal just to maintain. I just want to remain the way I am. So you need to be conversant with those three goals, so that when people say, I'm not interested in this program, I'm not interested in losing weight, leave me alone, you can tell them that this program is not just about losing weight. Even those who want to gain or maintain, they can get a lot of benefits from this program. The necessary action. What are the necessary actions if you want to manage your body weight? Whatever your goal is, you need to evaluate what you are eating and evaluate your activities. What do you eat? How many times do you eat? How frequent do you eat? Those things are very important. You write them down. How many times you eat in a day? What are the kinds of food you eat? Then you now ask yourself, what do you need to change? Even as you're listening to me, you can be writing down some of these things. I eat Indomie, spaghetti, cake, biscuits, bread. How many minutes do I spend doing exercise in a day? Maybe 10 minutes of walking. And then you find out that the kind of things you're eating, they would give you a lot of calories in your body. They don't match your level of physical activities. And if that's the case, you're going to have extra energy that will be deposited in your body. Or if you are the type that eats just 2 times a day and you do a lot of exercise, let's assume there's one super lady here who does exercise for 1 hour a day. That's very rare for undergraduates. And that kind of a person is eating just once. The person may be losing weight. So if that's not your intention, then that analysis helps you to understand that your intention is not matching your action. Then you need to formulate specific goals. We talked a lot about formulating goals during the first week, that your goal, you should know it, whether you're losing, gaining, or maintaining, and then you should have specific goals. Specific goals. If you want to lose weight, yes, that's the general goal, but you might have a specific goal of eating vegetables every day, 3 portions or more than 3 portions of vegetables every day. That's specific goal. Or you can also have another goal of doing exercise for at least 30 minutes every day. So you should have specific goals like that. Or sleep for 8 hours every day. You should evaluate your personal characteristics and life skills that you need to succeed. So if you are the type of person that likes sleeping a lot, that's your personal characteristic. What do you need? Maybe you need an alarm to wake you up, or you need to tell someone to wake you up. Or if you are the type that if you see cake, you can't leave it, you just must eat that cake. You need to know those characteristics that are personal to you and how you manage them. Personal characteristics are factors in your personal makeup that can make it difficult to change your eating habits and physical activities. Maybe your body image too. If you have an idea that you are too fat, meanwhile, your body mass index is not even up to 25, you are thinking that you are too fat. That will make you to be shedding weight that you don't really need to shed. So when you evaluate all these things, then you'll be able to know what to do. Then you formulate appropriate goals for everything you need to change. What are the things? Maybe you need to change the way you eat. You like spaghetti, indomie, bread. Those things will make you gain weight. So if your intention is not to gain weight, then you need to change the things you eat. Start eating good food like yam, vegetable, beans, and then you find that you just discover that you are able to achieve your goal of shedding weight. And if you want to gain, that doesn't mean you should eat junks anyway. Just increase the amount of good food that you are eating. And please make use of the weight management tools. We talked about weight management tools during the second webinar. All these webinars are on our website, foluolatona.com. Our website is dedicated for this program, weight management. So you can watch the videos on the website. You can also look at the summary of the lectures on the website. So under that weight management tools, we talked about behavioral change. So you need to change any behavior or the antecedents, what is stimulating the poor behavior. For example, if you pass by shops that sell cakes, donuts, and it's just difficult for you to control yourself, you already know that what is stimulating it is the display of those pastries. So now that you know what is stimulating it, then you decide to remove the stimulator. And that will help you to change your behavior. Or if you are the type that your thinking affects you, maybe when you eat a little bit of, maybe just one piece of biscuit, you feel very guilty, you condemn yourself, you tell yourself, oh, you have cheated on your program, and they are dejected. That's not helpful. What you need to tell yourself is, you can do it. You can decide not to eat these things again. What led to it? You analyze your thoughts. What led to eating biscuit? Maybe because you kept biscuits in your room or on your table. That's what led to it. The functional thinking will mean that you think positively, not condemn yourself. Just think of, okay, it's better not to buy biscuit. No, I should not keep biscuits so that I will not need to eat it. Then when you have this weight goal, make sure you assess regularly, assess yourself regularly so that you will know if you're achieving the goal or not. That now brings us to the question, what exactly is weight management? We're talking about healthy ways of managing body weight today. So what does that managing weight, what does it mean? We are dealing with an imagined or actual overweight problem. Many times, that's what happens to ladies. Some people actually need to lose weight, but some people, they are just imagining it. They don't have any weight problem. They're just thinking that they need to lose weight, but they don't have any weight problem. So whether you are dealing with real or imagined weight challenge, just make sure that you follow all the guidelines. It means that you are ensuring that your weight is within the normal range of body mass index. So body mass index is a quick measure of how your weight is faring. You get this value by dividing your weight in kilograms by your height in meters square. Divide weight in kilograms by your height in meters square. That will give you body mass index. So it can be, the value can be less than 18.5, that's underweight, or between 18.5 and 24.9, that's normal range. If it's between 25 and 29.9, that's overweight, and then 30 kilograms per meter square and above, that's obese. What we expect is that your body mass index will be between 18.5 and 24.9. That's the normal range. When it's within that normal range, what you need to do to manage your weight is to maintain whatever your weight is that is giving you body mass index of 24.9. It's okay. That weight, you don't need to reduce it. Just keep it as it is. But if your body mass index is above 25, then you are overweight and you need to be careful to avoid eating unhealthy foods. Do your exercise. Rather than 30 minutes a day, you can increase it to 40 minutes so that you can remove the unnecessary fat in your body. Weight management is important for everyone. We need to stay within the normal body mass index range, because those who are obese, or some people who are overweight, who are not even outrightly obese, have challenges with their health. Some have hypertension, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, arthritis, kidney stone, respiratory problems, digestive problems. All these problems can occur, and some even have more than one or two. That's why everybody must manage their weight properly so that you don't have these challenges in the future. So let's assume that somebody is overweight or obese and the person wants to lose weight. There are many things to be done. For those who want to gain weight, it's easy, very straightforward. The right kind of food that we would describe as healthy diet during this webinar, just make sure you increase them a little. Don't eat wrong things, but increase what is healthy. For example, we know that whole grains like local rice and legumes are healthy. So if you're eating rice and beans, you can increase the amount, and over time, you can gain the weight you need. But many people that feel they need to gain weight don't even need to gain weight. So make sure you check your weight, your height, and body mass index. Like I told you last time, during this program, during the first phase of this research, your weight and body your weight and height were measured. So if you don't know them, you can even send me a message to send your weight and height to you if you can't remember, and then you will know whether your body mass index. So if you are one of those people that needs to gain weight, you will know what to do. And if you need to lose weight, then you need to pay more attention to this program. And interestingly, during the research, the first phase of the research, we discovered that 25% of the females in universities in Lagos are not within normal body mass index range. So you need to do something, either you are gaining or you are losing. If you have gained too much weight and you want to lose it, it's not a quick fix approach, it's a lifestyle. So don't aim at any yo-yo dieting, any quick fix dieting that will make you lose 10 kg in 1 month. That kind of program doesn't last because it's not sustainable. You are likely to give up along the way. The methods that you will need to adopt will include adequate water intake, healthy diet, including avoidance of alcohol, adequate physical activities, adequate rest and sleep, and stress management. Those are the kind of measures that we'll be talking about during this program. Water therapy, that's you're taking enough water. How do you use water to manage your weight? How can you take enough water? The first thing is to realize that 60% of the human body is water, and we're losing water every day through breathing, sweating, digestion, and urination. So you need to replace the water lost and maintain hydration levels. You need the water in your body to transport nutrients throughout the body. And when you take enough water, your feces will be less dry, there will be less risk of constipation, you avoid getting tired easily. This will improve the function of the kidney. So if you take enough water, you'll be able to remove toxins and unnecessary waste from your body. But if you don't take enough water, you have increased appetite. Many times when people feel hungry and they eat junks, it's just because they are thirsty. So when you feel hungry, take water first. Because if you are not taking enough water, it will also be difficult for your food to be properly digested and converted to energy. There will be difficult digestion, and that can lead to constipation. When somebody has constipation, the digestive system is not functioning properly, that kind of a person will find it difficult to lose weight. You just go and eat more food and the food will not digest properly. So the digestive function is not functioning properly. Weight loss is difficult because when your digestive system functions well, it supports weight loss, helps you to shed unnecessary fat. The other thing that happens with inadequate water intake is fatigue. You feel tired when you are not drinking enough water. And that tiredness feels like hunger. So you reach out for more food. Your urine will be pale color if you are drinking enough water. Correct way of drinking water is to drink a lot before food. During meals, it's not the time to take too much water. That's the time to just sip a little. And if you have not taken water, you are very hungry, yes, take some water with your food. Then 2 hours after the meal, use the opportunity to drink a lot of water. 2 to 3 hours after the meal, drink a lot of water. Keep water with you everywhere you go so that when you are thirsty, you are not tempted to reach out for carbonated soft drinks. Please mind the way you drink water. Some people drink a jug at a time and expand their stomach. If you are trying to manage your weight and you drink water that way, you will expand the stomach and that bigger bag will ask for more food later. That's not going to be a good way for you to manage your weight. So drink the water gradually, maybe a cup at a time. After a while, you take another cup. Now, I haven't talked about water. We'll move on to healthy diet. What is healthy diet? We're saying that One healthy way of managing body weight is to drink enough water. The second one is to eat healthy. You must avoid junks and eat the right kind of food. Healthy diet means that we are taking foods that are good for the body, prepared using the correct cooking method, and then eating it in moderate amounts. That's what it means to eat healthy. You're choosing the right kind of food, you're preparing it through healthy cooking method, and you're eating moderate amounts. This is the most important measure for good health and weight management, because if food forms the building block of the body. So if what you're using as a building block is a bad material, then you can't be sure what you are building to last or to support other functions like losing weight. But if you are using the correct materials to build the body, then that body is strong and it can support your weight loss journey. And if you are trying to gain weight, of course, you also need to eat healthy, because you don't want to gain fat that will cause problems to you. You want to gain muscle, which will be built from good, healthy material, healthy food substances. So the fact that you want to gain weight is not an excuse to drink carbonated soft drinks or eat junks. If your body is built with the right materials, weight management is easier. Remember that when we talk about weight management, we're not talking about you starving. We're not talking about you avoiding one food or the other, but eating the right kind of food. Under this strategy called healthy diet, is another most important thing is to eat enough fruits and vegetables. Eat enough adequate amount of fruits and vegetables. This is very important for weight control. When you take enough fruits and vegetables, it will aid weight loss. This will supply vitamins, minerals, and roughages. Then the micronutrients from these fruits and vegetables will help the body to convert carbohydrates to energy. If you are feeling weak, you may think you need more food, but what you need may be more micronutrients. And when you eat enough fruits and vegetables, it also supports the digestive system. And like I said, when the digestive system functions well, you'll be able to lose weight. Eat your fruits 30 minutes before your main meal so that it can digest properly without disturbing the main meal. If you don't like chewing carrots or garden egg or other vegetables, you can decide to make smoothie. Just grind the vegetable until it's very smooth and drink it. Or you can make puree, as what we call coleslaw, and eat it in form of salad. You can also juice vegetables, beetroots, cabbage, carrots. You can juice this and drink the juice. That would also help you in your weight control. But for those who want to lose weight, I want to encourage you to drink your smoothie with the fiber rather than drinking the juice alone. The fiber will support weight control. For you to eat healthy, you should eat whole grains, That's the natural form of grains. And examples include local rice, corn on the cob, wheat, millet, oats, guinea corn. They're all very important types of cereals or grains. So when you hear the word grains, it also means cereals. This will also support weight control, especially when you eat them in the natural form as whole grains. Legumes are also very important, and a good practice is to combine whole grains and legumes. I want to encourage you to eat fermented grains, that is in form of pap, what we call pap in this part of the world. Whether made from corn, yellow corn, white corn, guinea corn, millet, is also very good, is supporting weight control. Anytime you're taking the grain, whether fermented or non-fermented, always include some form of legumes, maybe beans or peas. That will make you have complete array of amino acids, and these are very good for weight control. I want to encourage you to limit carbohydrate-rich foods. If you really mean business, you want to control your weight, limit carbohydrate-rich foods, because this will release a lot of calories into your body and make you to gain weight. Limit the quantity of all foods generally if you want to lose weight, but if you want to gain weight, then the amount of good food, healthy food you are eating should increase. Cereals, you don't need more than 4 slices of bread at a time if you still eat bread, but I encourage you to eat whole grain bread, wheat bread, not the one made from white flour. And then if you are eating roots and tubers like yam, cassava, sweet potato, then you can also limit yourself to 4 thin slices or 4 pieces. This will support weight loss. Sweet potato is particularly good for weight control, weight management. If you don't want to gain weight or you want to lose weight. Some people think because it's sweet, it's sugar that makes it sweet, and therefore they want to avoid it. But it's good, it's healthy, and it can help you to lose weight. In controlling your weight or managing your weight, you should limit the amount of animal fats. And that means try to avoid meats. You can decide to avoid meat for some time, red meat. You can eat a little chicken, remove the skin, but what I encourage you to eat most is fish. Choose fish instead of meat, and don't fry the fish. Boil with onion, garlic, and a little salt. Eat a wide variety of fish, including the ones that have scales and fins, not only fatty fish. This will help you to manage your weight. Use little oil to cook. Olive oil is the best cooking oil so that you are not getting too much fat even from oil. Palm oil contains some saturated fats that are very similar to what is obtained in meats. Therefore, you need to limit palm oil, that's the red oil. Limit coconut oil as well. Choose skimmed milk instead of the full cream milk. You want to lose weight, choose skimmed milk. I haven't talked about healthy diet. The next thing I want to talk about is physical activities and exercise. You want to lose weight, then you must engage in physical activity 5 days a week. At least 30 minutes of physical activity daily, 5 days a week. Exercise is very important. In the olden days, when our grandmothers and grandfathers were around, they were not engaged in planned exercise because they walked around naturally. But for most of us, we don't walk enough. Therefore, we have to intentionally include planned exercise in our program. So exercise should be planned, structured, repetitive, and intentional. So that's what makes the activity to be called exercise. It must be planned. So when are you going to do your exercise? When next? Don't say that exercise is for only those who want to lose weight. It's for everybody. Even if your weight is okay now, or you feel you are even underweight, you should still do exercise 30 minutes a day for you 5 days a week to remain healthy. But somebody who wants to gain weight doesn't need to do more than that. Not more than 30 minutes, 5 days a week. But for those who want to lose weight or maintain their weight, they should strive to increase the 30 minutes to maybe 40 minutes. Those who are really obese would need to even do up to 1 hour. I remember when I was trying to lose weight, since my goal was to lose 20 kilograms, I was doing my exercise for up to 2 hours a day on some occasions. But when I decided that I had reached the goal and I just wanted to maintain, then I reduced it to 30 minutes a day. That's the recommendation for all adults to maintain a normal body weight that can support good health. Exercise is intended to maintain health. It's not just for those who want to lose weight. The goal is wellness and health. So exercise is important for everyone, especially people that are reading like you, students, because most of the time you sit down listening to lectures or reading, especially at this time where we're having a lot of virtual lectures. So you need to intentionally include exercise in your lifestyle. Activities that are readily available should be engaged in rather than using automated measures. So walk around, do things for yourself, and integrate exercise into your lifestyle. In situations where you need to take the elevator, you can decide to climb the staircase. Exercise is important for weight control. Balance between energy intake and expenditure. How do you get that balance? Is through exercise. Because if you eat the amount of food that your body really needs, you need exercise to remove the excess energy that necessarily or inadvertently accompanies that food. Because the nutrients that you need to live a good life, to maintain your health, maintain your weight, those nutrients are packaged inside food. And for you to obtain the amount of nutrients that your body really needs, the amount of energy in food that goes with it is too much for you as an adult. So exercise is not something that you decide whether you like or not. Everybody needs to do exercise to maintain that balance between energy intake and the expenditure. If you don't do exercise, the expenditure will be too low and the energy will be deposited, the extra energy will be deposited as fat. So that people gain weight doesn't mean that they eat too much. Just eating what you need to eat is already too much for your weight. Remember that doing moderate exercise at the rate of 6 kilometers per hour can only help you to burn energy that is about 276 calories per hour. So when the next time you're putting that cake in your mouth, ask yourself, how much calories am I getting from this cake? So if the calories you are getting from one piece of cake, for example, is 300 calories, and doing exercise at the rate of 6 kilometers per hour, you will burn only 276 calories in 1 hour. That means you will not finish expending the energy from that cake, even in 1 hour. So why eat the cake? If your goal is to lose weight, why eat the cake? But that's not to say that you can never eat cake. You can just take a little bite, satisfy yourself you have eaten cake, but not to take a big chunk that will give you more than 300 calories. Because now you know it will take you more than 1 hour to undo what you are doing. So you'll be more careful. Whether cake, biscuit, bread, or spaghetti or indomie, anything made from white flour generally has high calorie. And the same goes with carbonated soft drink, fruit juice, and other drinks. So as you're putting those things in your mouth, you have to be careful because they can deposit a lot of calories in your body. So please do your exercise and mind what goes into your mouth. The next strategy is stress management. So what is stress? Is a severe psychological or physiological tension. And stress usually involves two components, the stressor and the reaction. So when stress helps you to achieve your goal, it drives you, it pushes you, That's good stress. It's called eustress. And then when it causes upset, you're panting, it's difficult to cope, everything is tight and tense, that's distress. And you need to be careful to avoid such situations of distress. There are different factors that cause stress. When a signal goes to your body that there's a stress factor, that signal goes to the brain and then to the rest of the body. Some hormones are produced, and these hormones release glucose, which if you don't expend through energy, will also lead to deposition of fat. So that's glucose. If it's not expended by running or by exercise, that glucose will be deposited as fat. That's the link between stress and body weight. When you are stressed, cortisol hormone is released, and this favors deposition of fat. Adrenaline is released, and that also favors mobilization of glucose, which can be deposited as fat. So all these are very important. That means you need to manage stress. Focus on what makes you feel calm, clear, collected. Avoid elevated adrenaline levels unless you're in an emergency. Avoid negative emotional habits like worry, generalization, wrong thoughts, negative thoughts. Avoid such feelings of anger. All those things that generate stress and make you to gain weight. Substitute negative thinking with positive ones. Then make time for fun and relaxation. Now, this is holiday time in University of Lagos. Make sure you relax before you resume again. Identify the sources of stress in your life. What is making you to be stressed? You can keep a stress journal. And that factor, you now ask yourself, how can I resolve this factor? Can I avoid it or alter it? You can avoid negative emotions. If it's a busy schedule that is making you stressed, you can delegate someone to help you with part of it. Or should you just change your reactions? For example, human beings, there are sources of stress. If it's a relationship, you may need to just change your reaction rather than seeking to change the situation. Adapt to the stressor. Sometimes you have to adapt to some people if they are family or people that you cannot avoid, like members of your family, maybe you just adapt. Or if it's traffic, you don't have control over it, you adapt or accept. So you need to choose, avoid, alter, adapt, or accept. But by all means, make sure you manage stress. Avoid sleeping late. That's one other way of managing stress. You need 8 hours of sleep daily. Some people, they feel they can never get this 8 hours. But if you cannot get 8 hours, at least you can get 6 to 7. Plan to get 6 to 7. Now you're on holiday, you can get 8 hours. Let your body go back to normal during this period so that when you resume and you have a lot of work, you're sleeping for 6 hours, you've already built your body to be stronger to withstand the stress. Have a sleep routine. Have a time that you go to bed, a time that you wake up. Keep a dark room so that your sleep can be good quality. Do your exercise during the day. It will aid your sleep at night. If you don't sleep well, your body will release some hormones called ghrelin. That's hunger hormone. And that hormone will make you to ask for more food. Then you have less of one hormone called leptin. That's satiety hormone. If you don't sleep well, the level of leptin will reduce. You will not feel satisfied. It will just be as if you're hungry and you will need to eat more food. Try to rest at least 1 day a week, and during holiday, rest well. I've said a lot today. As I wrap up, I want to encourage you to remember that healthy weight loss is different from fad diet. It's not dieting. Don't reduce your food grossly to an extent that you are starving. Don't skip meals. Don't restrict calories. Eat what your body needs. But if you know that you're eating more than your body needs, that means you already know that you have been gaining weight. That means you are eating more than necessary. Reduce the calories by striking out junks and drinks. That's the first thing to do. Then eat the healthy food as I have described today. As you continue to eat the healthy food, if you are still gaining weight, then reduce the amount of the healthy food. Remember, if you're not gaining, you are just stable, it's an achievement. If you've been gaining weight before, increasing, but now your weight is just stable, it's an achievement. It means that you are achieving something. Just pay attention to what is happening to your body, what you're eating, the amount of exercise you're doing. And from the record that you're keeping, you would know whether you need to reduce the food or increase the exercise. Remember that it took you some years to gain that weight. It's going to take you a while to lose it. Don't aim at instant weight loss. It's not possible. Start with what you know and understand. Practice it until it becomes an habit. Then you can pick up other good things that you have learned. Don't wait until you can run for an hour. You can start with 15 minutes of exercise. It makes a lot of difference. Get friends to encourage you. Get partners to encourage you. And when you achieve a little change, please celebrate it by all means. Celebrate. Maybe you've lost 1 kilogram, celebrate it. Or you've been stable for a while, you are not gaining. It's a feat, celebrate it. And that brings us to the end of today's webinar. Please, if you have questions, ask me before I conclude. Thank you for joining us. Do you have questions? It's time for questions. Somebody should speak. Yes.
Good evening, Ma.
Good evening.
I joined late. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I know I've missed a lot. So I don't have any question.
Okay, never mind. You have access to the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll send the videos to you. I'll send the website to you. You can watch the videos from the website. You can even watch videos of the past webinars. We've had 2 before today. You can watch the videos. You can read the summaries.
Okay,
and make sure you join my WhatsApp group. Are you on my WhatsApp group, Omalola?
Yes, I am. Yes, Ma.
What of Abidat?
I'm also following you on Instagram.
Thank you. Abidat, are you on WhatsApp group?
Yes, Ma. Yes, I'm on the group
what
chat.
Of B Salami? Thank you. Are you on the group, WhatsApp group? Have you joined the WhatsApp group, Salami? Okay, so does anybody have any other question? Question, please, questions. Omolola, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you. Okay, so any question? No question at all. I've talked about healthy ways of managing your weight, adequate water intake, eating healthy, avoiding junks, eat the right kind of food, do your exercise at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Even if it means just walking, just brisk walking for 30 minutes, it's going to make a lot of difference in your effort. Take at least 3 servings of vegetables. Half a cup is a serving of vegetables. So aim at 3 per day and 2 servings of fruits. Reduce animal foods to just maybe 2 or 3 pieces a day. Drink skimmed milk. Have a positive attitude and manage stress. Relax. Sleep well. You can still achieve your goals in life. Okay. You can achieve your goals in life. Damilola, I've added you to the WhatsApp group. Yeah. So you can achieve your goals in life during the day, not because you're sleeping for 4 hours. That's not what will make you successful. I sleep for 8 hours. I sleep for 8 hours. I try to do as much as I can do during the day so that I go to bed by 10 or 10:30. At worst, 11 p.m. That's the way I regulate my own life, and you can learn a lot from that. If you're in medical school, that may be tough. I couldn't achieve that in medical school. I think I was doing 6 hours. But wherever you are, just aim at sleeping well and doing as much as you can during the day. Please, can you join me again 5 p.m. next week? Who is promising?
Yes, ma.
You're promising.
All right,
I
ma.
promise.
Thank you.
Okay.
Around.
Thank you. 5 p.m. next week. And please share the links with your friends. WhatsApp group chat link. You can share the link with your friends so that they will join. Then they can also follow on Instagram and Facebook. And then I will share the website with you very soon. Very beautiful website created just for this program. You see a lot of materials that will be helpful to you. Thank you for joining me, and God bless you.